manifest, mindset, uplift, manifest.
Mindset, uplift, manifest. You're running with the runners. It's January 29th, 2021. And man, Ricardo, last night's stream was fire. And we're just going to keep it going, guys. That's the beauty of doing a live show, is we just get to talk about what's going on and what matters and how people can secure their legacy and freedom. So Ricardo, it's Friday night. We're here once again, trying to educate people and help them, show them the path during these crazy times. What's good? How you feeling today?
Man, I'm feeling good. I had put a post up and said, the crypto markets is 24/7. So welcome to the weekend, baby. Dogecoin is on everybody's tongue, everybody's thoughts. They're watching it. But I made a post and I said, it's a movement. It's bigger than a pump. What they're doing with Dogecoin, what they're doing with GameStop, what they're doing with AME, and whatever else, we're going to do it everywhere, folks. Okay, it doesn't stop. So get ready, man. This is very exciting. 2020-21.
The game has flipped.
21.
The game has flipped. I told people, everyone I talked to today, I said, and everyone was messaging me about this. I said, this is a paradigm shift. This will be in the history books. This will go down like the savings and loan scandal of '87, the stock market boom, the Great Recession of 2008. Like, where were you when GameStop and Wall Street bet? Yeah. And so today I was in the gas station, and the guy seemed like pretty with it. He was probably like 30 years old, and I kind of started asking him. He hadn't heard about it at all. Then this other guy behind me chimes up, and just like, you can tell he's just like super happy to hear someone talking about it. And, he like starts, talking about it. It's like, yeah, it's great. They're like sticking it to the man. They're taking, all the, the corruption and rigging that the brokerage houses did and the hedge funds. And they're just sticking it to the man because the genie's out of the bottle, guys. We have the power to do this. Like, if they can do this, imagine what we can do in crypto, where it's decentralized and Robinhood and all these other places can't shut you out from buying. So that's what has got me excited, Ricardo. And we're going to kind of focus on that.
Yeah.
And I want to start with this this hilarious meme here.
Yeah. Oh, I love the memes.
Oh, the memes. The memes are how we win.
You can't buy it. Yeah.
It's, again, sarcasm, comedy, love will always win. So the hedge funds lost $70 billion. Wall Street Bets is here telling them, you've only lost $70 billion so far.
Come on, let's go. The Reddit army, the Wall Street Bets army is here. This is the revolution, folks. Not in the streets, right there and with Reddit and online and moving your money, because that's what it comes down to, folks. It's all about the money. Follow the yellow brick road, the silver, click them hills together and let's get home. Let's get free. The people are fighting back because it's these same Wall Street institutions, these same hedge funds that raped the American people during 2008. None of the bankers went to jail. Okay? No laws were changed. And now we're in a worse financial situation. We were $10 trillion in debt in 2008. Now we're over $27 trillion in debt. Okay? The banks had at least a reserve requirement to where they had to keep some of your money in the bank. Now reserve requirements are at zero. Okay. And we got a manipulated economy, and they're getting ready to confiscate your wealth once again. Okay. While they got you out here hoping that they're looking out for you with stimulus checks and everything else. So I love the memes. I love what's taking place right now, folks. Okay. Because it's got to happen. It's bound to happen. And the sooner it happens, the better. I know that some people would rather have us just kind of go along and not face the chaos that's inevitable to come. But the longer that we put it off, the worse it gets and the longer the recovery is going to take. There should have been a major correction in the change in this financial system. But because of the Federal Reserve and this government manipulation of the monetary system, they have exacerbated the problem and put not only our lives at risk, but our future generations' lives at risk, to where we will be watching a movie that we're making like Hunger Games. Okay? So, yeah, go ahead, Mike. and I see he got that clock. Yep, it's continuing to tick.
I just go where you lead, Ricardo. So, again, everything you're saying is so spot on. And whether it's Dogecoin, if it takes Dogecoin to wake people up, I'll take it. The number of people that text me today, should I buy AMC? Should I buy Doge? And I'm not telling them not to, but I said only if you want to make a political statement.
Yeah. People have asked me the same thing, and I told them I took a small position in Doge. I don't really do with stocks, but I took a small position in Doge. But it's just like what you showed, that we're dealing with something that is inevitable. Okay. And it's great that people are waking up. They just need to make sure that they're in the right assets. They need to hold physical assets, because you're dealing with a paper derivative. You're dealing with something that's not tangible. You want to have tangible wealth, real physical wealth, silver. Okay. Because Wall Street bets, they're coming after that next. Okay. Look, I'm telling you, and gold, but mainly silver right now. But go ahead, Mike.
So, that's where I was going to go next. Oh, you said something. I mean,
but tangible. They got to have hard assets. Come on, look.
Well, and here's what it comes down to is I guess this is my mindset minute that just fits in, is you're not, crypto is not going to make you rich. Gold and silver are not going to make you rich. Your mindset and the decisions you make are going to make you rich. So it can't just be I heard this hype on the news, let me throw $500 or $1,000 in at something. That's not how you become wealthy. And that's what we're going to be helping people doing in our Facebook group, is having a plan, having a strategy, having businesses, having residual income, and working as a team. So, the leverage that Wall Street Bets is doing is insane. And that's what we've been doing inside of 7K. And now we're even able to do it on other areas that are decentralized, because you want to diversify. That's why we don't get into specifics here, guys. This isn't financial advice. It's financial education. We provide solutions, and we help, bring common people together that want to become free and get real assets. So going back to what Ricardo said, and this is where we're going to kind of go tonight, because I have been, oh my gosh, this is like my dream come true, right? I've been teaching and preaching about how the silver market is manipulated. So this is from Peter Schiff. If you think the short squeeze in GameStop is epic, right? Where the Wall Street was betting against GameStop and Wall Street Bets went long on it. That means they kept buying and pushing it up, and they liquidated or took money, like we saw in the meme, from the Wall Street hedge funds. Wait until you see what happens to gold and silver when the shorts in those markets are forced to cover. GameStop can easily issue more shares, but new supplies of physical gold and silver to deliver will be hard to find. So let me explain what he means by that, and then I want to get Ricardo's take. We saw last night, we learned in the silver's market where they trade it, paper silver, there's about 250, you could call them shares or options per real silver. So basically they've taken what there is of silver and multiplied it by 250 times. And that's what they trade with. And they settle in dollars, not real silver. So what Wall Street Bets can do, and other people that want to, stick it to demand, is demand physical delivery and push the price up. And this will cause massive, massive disruption with these banks that have been manipulating silver for so long. So like I said, if this happens, it will be the greatest transfer of wealth in human history. It will be the end of the market rigging. It will be the downfall of the banks. So Ricardo, your take on what could happen here if the people rise up and start extracting real silver out of the system?
Yeah, it's not if, it's happening.
Yeah, yes, we're manifesting it.
Mike Maloney did a video on it too. I mean, it's on a topic, you know, of the week, the month. I mean, 2021, and you know, you're right, Mike. What's happened on the COMEX is they rig the price down and they settle in dollars and they never have to deliver the physical. Well, the people are going to rise up the price of SLV, okay, buy these contracts, rise up the price of silver on the market, and then demand the COMEX deliver the physical asset. Now, what gets exciting is because we know that the COMEX doesn't have it. And there are a lot of people calling that the COMEX is going to shut down. They're going to stop trading. They're going to halt it. They're going to do the same thing that Robinhood has done. And once again, we're going to be exposing the rigging, the manipulation, the fallacies in this system. And the people, it's the people that's doing it. And it's so exciting because nobody's getting injured in a sense that it's not a protest. And, you know, like in they call it the siege on the Capitol, and, you know, some people lost their lives and whatnot. No, this is just an economic revolution. This is the people saying, you know what? We're going to do what you guys have been doing to us for centuries, for decades, right? Rigging the system against the average middle class family and person and individual to line your pockets for your 1% rich, wealthy, and elite. Okay? This is Occupy Wall Street, you know, 2.0.
I was going to say it's like Occupy Wall Street meets the Tea Party, meets Ron Paul, meets any sort of, and that's why I love it, because it's bringing, you know, as we had this political divide for so long, this is bringing people together of, oh, wait, both the parties have been against us. Both, you know, the corporations, the hedge funds, the globalist elites have been against us. And they just pit us against each other on whatever, you know, whatever they kind of make up and push in the news media. Yeah. So a couple questions I want to answer here because they're good ones. The Real Black Ice, again, thank you for watching us on Twitch. We're trying to grow over there. So if you're on Twitch, look us up. I put down 5K on SLV. How do we demand physical silver? We talked about that last night, or the Wall Street Bets did. So I would go to their Reddit. I'm not a super options call guy, so I don't know how you do that, but they had a way to do it. So I would look into that, or get a 7K and just buy the physical silver. That's the key. Is if you want to have fun and do that with the options, great. But at the same time, you want to just get physical delivery of, you know, dealer direct prices with 7K. And Diana, there is not a stock for Doge. Doge is a blockchain. It's just a payment. That's all it does, is you can send and receive it. So it's kind of like Bitcoin. You know, there's no smart contracts or anything on it. It's a meme coin. It's kind of like a joke in the crypto community, but people love it. Kind of like the same way GameStop is, you know, people have nostalgia for GameStop, for going to a store and buying a physical product, right? This is kind of the pushback from the digital revolution that's kind of like fake, where, you know, like people now, more people buy records now than CDs. Like they kind of want to go back in time to something that's real, which is why I think, you know, the 90s is kind of popular now. Because I love the 90s. To me, the 90s was like the perfect decade of like where things were real, but we still had some technology. So, you know, Doge, I don't think is a long-term hold, but if you want to make, again, a statement, a belief in freedom, but I want us to do that with a lot of different cryptocurrencies that actually have the ability to change the world. So it's really just a way to have fun and show the power that the people have.
Yeah. And so on the COMEX, though, when the contract expires, in March, you know, that's when the dust will settle. And it's the law of supply and demand. You know, they can't continue to short and manipulate and rig if the people are buying it and demanding physical. You know, that's where the change comes. You know, it's where we're moving our money. And, you know, money is nothing but a vote. You vote every single day with every single dollar that you spend.
Exactly.
When you choose to get organic versus GMO, you're saying, I don't want genetically modified foods. I want natural. They use these terms. You can't even use natural now.
Right.
I want organic food. You know what I mean? Every day you spend your dollar, you're voting. And so the people right now are voting with their dollars, and they're turning the financial system upside down. And they don't know how to handle it. They're shutting it down. They're exposing their hands, showing that there's no real free capital, free market capitalism. Okay, they're showing you that it's rigged and manipulated for the 1%. Okay, the bet is against us, the people, right? And we're voting with our dollars, and we're saying, you know what? Well, we're gonna screw you on your short positions on these major companies. Wall Street Bets just put out Philip Morris. Philip Morris has an issue with some particular company that has a lawsuit right now. And now they're saying, I can't remember the details. I read it and I was just like, wow, I see what they're doing. Instead of a pump, folks, where we're just pumping particular stocks or cryptos for gains, we're pumping to say, screw you, Wall Street. Screw you, hedge funds. Screw you, 1%, because we're looking at the major short positions that they have on any given particular company with the knowledge that knowing if we go in and buy up this particular stock while they have massive short positions on it, they're going to lose billions of dollars. And now they're going to have to buy back that position, okay, to cover for their losses. So now this is where it doesn't stop, folks. This is not a fad in a sense that, oh, this was something, wow, remember when they did that to GameStop and Doge? No, this is a movement, okay? This is the beginning of the end, okay? And it's not going to stop, and they're going into other companies, okay? And I saw the stock price that they listed. That one was like 0.0008 or something, okay? And now they're saying, well, we're going to go in and buy this stock and screw Philip Morris, okay? And now we're going to do the same thing with SLV and the most undervalued asset, rigged, manipulated asset on the planet, physical silver. And we're going to screw JP Morgan and this whole financial system because they've been able to keep the scheme alive because you didn't know what real money is. You didn't understand the markets and what they were doing to gold and silver. Okay. But now we're changing that, folks. The people are changing that. And some people, you got to understand, the masses of people who get behind this, they're just looking for a get rich quick type of scenario, right? But it doesn't matter. They're still aiding in the solution. They're still aiding in this financial war game that's taking place right now in the markets and in the economy. It's very exciting to watch and see, and it's a major opportunity for those who are plugged in. And you want to get silver now, ASAP.
And Ricardo, this is really where a lot of our businesses launched, is when people couldn't get physical silver. It's amazing how much that wakes people up. So as Robinhood and other places shut down trading, the same is going to happen with silver. When silver starts to rise, people are going to wake up and say, oh, I better get some silver. And they're not going to be able to get it. I was doing a Zoom the other night to open up our new country, New Zealand, and I went to the Perth Mint. They had a 6 to 8 week waiting period on silver. The Perth Mint is one of the biggest mints in the world. And they were like, oh, well, we get our gold and silver from Perth. And I go to the website and I'm like, guys, 6 to 8 weeks waiting time to get silver. And they were like, whoa, we hadn't looked in a little bit. Maybe we should join 7K so we can buy silver with a snap of a finger in the Sound Money wallet. And I bring that up because Chris tells us JM Bullion is running low on products. And that's what I love about 7K. is they only sell products and put them on their website if they have them. You go to these other websites and it's like, maybe we'll have it in 2 to 4 days, maybe 2 to 4 weeks. Guys, the silver shortage is coming like massively. That's what we've been trying to tell you guys. Put it on autopilot. The people with the runners, we've been doing this for 5 months and we've been doing it for years. Some of us. I'm telling you guys, get physical silver, extract the wealth out. It's like Wall Street Bets times 10. Just get it. So then you own the real thing. All right, so let's look here where we're at with the market cap, Ricardo. We got gold staying about even 1845. Silver. I mean, guys, I know we're used to crypto and huge gains, but silver going up 4% in a day is huge. Like that's a huge jump for silver. And this is what we're seeing is a beginning of Wall Street bets going in on silver. I don't know if they didn't mention it there. So, I mean, guys, this is where it's at. And why is it such a big deal? I want to go to this. Ricardo brought it up the other day. This is Exeter's Pyramid. Okay. And Ricardo, you said all of these buildings here are.
So no, that is cash.
Cash, right.
That's paper. That just to give you an idea of how much paper they've printed or digits added to a screen in retrospect to real assets or physical things like skyscrapers. And they got the Statue of Liberty down at the bottom, just to give you an idea that if they stacked all this paper up that's in this particular market, so the derivatives market, which is over $1 quadrillion, okay, you can see that tower is a tower of fiat, is a tower of paper, it's endless, okay? It's twice the size of skyscrapers, okay? And it's long as football fields. And so when you realize the magnitude of how much paper, how much digits they've added to the screen, okay? And when the money, the paper, the digits start going to real assets or less risky assets, it goes down the pyramid, which at the base or the top of the pyramid is gold. So that's the safest asset. All this paper money is going to go into gold. And at the very tip, the smallest market of them all is physical silver. This is the major play. This is the Death Star. You know, they go in there and they shot the two little laser things in there and blew the whole thing up. You know, the Death Star has just been. That's it. The silver market is the Achilles heel, folks. Silver market is this Achilles heel to this financial system, and those who are in position. This is where the wealth transfer is. The streets will be paved in gold, and those who have silver are the new 1%. Because the paper, you see, things will no longer be dealt in fiat and paper, right? It's a new monetary system. Gold and silver is God's money. Cryptocurrency is the people's money. And paper, dollars, is debt. And that's the government money, and the people are saying no more.
And what you guys got to understand is, everything you see here is almost fake. It's like what Robert Kiyosaki says. All these buildings of dollars, fake. Derivatives, fake. That's what the whole silver exchange is based on. Is they take one real thing and create 250 of them or 500 of them. This is fake. The only thing that's real in here is real estate. Securitized debt and listed stocks, fake. Government bonds, fake. Bank money, fake. Base money, fake. Until you get down to gold and silver.
That's the real.
That's it. That's the only thing that's real.
And what you keep in mind is, folks, you know, I see Christopher Voorhees talk about they send $1,000 per ounce. That's small too, brother. Because right now there's no real price discovery. There's so much fraud, abuse, maldistribution, manipulation. Okay. There's no real price discovery for these assets. So what you're seeing is it's showing you that the market of silver is 0.017 trillion, right? So, I mean, less than $1 trillion, okay? Right? If I'm reading that right, and it was 2.4 trillion for gold. But if you scroll back up, Mike, you're going to see that we just showed you the derivatives market is over $1 quadrillion.
So, I don't even know what that is, Ricardo.
I mean, it's stupid. Okay, you know, I mean, even 300 trillion for the private business and real estate, you know, that's 300 trillion. So imagine just that market alone. Okay, not the derivatives. Just go from private business, real estate. Private business and real estate? That nominal value, 300 trillion. Getting out of that and going all into gold and silver. Okay, the price is going to explode. Okay, we're talking about the derivatives. We're talking about private investment, bonds. You know, they're going to run away from that. They're going to get out of that. That's not where you're going to want to hold your paper because there's no value left in the paper. So it's going to rush into the real assets, the things that have real intrinsic value. That's why gold and silver is what you want to hold. That's how you truly diversify. right? And so that's what gets, this is why we said this is the Achilles heel of the financial system. These are the assets that are going to create the new millionaires. This is the money. Gold and silver are acknowledged as money all around the world. Okay. The reason the dollar had the world reserve currency status is because it was backed by gold and silver. Before the United States dollar had the world reserve currency status, it was the British pound, and it was backed by silver. The British sterling pound was backed by silver. Before them, it was the Dutch, and then the Romans and the Greece, all backed by gold and silver, folks. That's money. This paper thing we've been living in a twilight zone, folks. We've been living in a fantasy land that they created with this paper money. Okay, and now their dream is becoming a nightmare. It's becoming a reality, for people like us who are waking up and about to be the new 1% in this wealth transfer that's taking place.
This blows my mind, Ricardo. There's only enough silver right now for everyone in the world to have 3 ounces. Think about that.
All right.
That's that's under $100. That's how much silver there is. Every person can only have 3 ounces. And I was going to add, there's another one I've seen where it shows the crypto market cap. You guys have to understand the crypto market cap you couldn't even see on this. It would be so small. That's why it's volatile. That's why, imagine how much power people can have. You saw what happened with Doge. A meme joke coin went to the top 10 because people just wanted to do it. And that's why the cryptocurrency and blockchain are the people's money. We can do whatever we want to do with it. No one can stop us because it's decentralized.
This is, respite me until they awoken. I remember hearing, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan do a sermon or series. It's called The Time and What Must Be Done. And he talks about the man of perdition, and he talks about the unveiling. And, he talks about, the deal, so to say, between, God and the devil, whatever have me. And he says, leave me alone pretty much, until the people wake up. So the devil been trying to keep us asleep the whole time, right? Now the people are waking up and realizing their birthright. They're waking up and realizing who they are. This financial system that's been placed in their name when they were born. I mean, when you were born, they took out a bond on you and set up, as some know it, to be the straw man, right? And it's this whole financial monopoly game they've done on your life, and now they're charging you for the debt, and they're forcing you to work, and then they tax you on every angle of your life, and people are waking up to this, and this is their number one problem, the people waking up, because when we realize that it's we who have the power.
Yep.
It's we who have the power, but they have kept us ignorant. This is why they have secret societies, because they had knowledge and information, right, that they got from other cultures and people. And instead of releasing it to the masses, they kept it for themselves for control and manipulation. Right. And so now the people are waking up. Now the people are realizing their power, their collective power to make change. They just crashed the hedge funds, the people. And that wasn't it, it wasn't everybody, it wasn't the whole United States, and imagine if the people, as more people get behind this, as more people start to understand and take their money out this system and diverse and change, respite me until the day they are raised. That's right, Brother Maurice Muhammad. So,
There you go. Preach it.
That's what it is. So we're living in these times. I've said it before. I don't like to get too religious because everybody has a different perspective on things, but we are in biblical or historic times.
Yep.
Understand the time that you're in, and understand that there's an opportunity to create massive wealth, generational wealth. And I'll say it, and I always say it, if you didn't come from a wealthy family, like the 99%, right? This is the opportunity to make sure that a wealthy family comes from you. We are in the largest wealth transfer in history, a global reset, and you're seeing it happen right now. These are the Trojan horses right now, okay? That's getting ready to take down this empire of imperialism and crony capitalism and fraud and abuse and financial slavery.
And how are we going to do that? Look at this, guys. Elon Musk adds Bitcoin. He just literally put hashtag Bitcoin in his Twitter bio. Bitcoin goes up 20% today. That just happened today because we have the influence now. And, you know, when people unite, we can change the world. So quick look at the crypto market. Again, this is why you guys want to take, you know, why I always say take profit. Okay. Not all of it. You just take some profit. I call it core number trading. So, I mean, just today, Bitcoin was at 32 and then went 38, just boom, that quickly. So, you know, again, don't be scared. It's called dollar cost averaging. If you believe in an asset, when it goes down and it's on sale, you buy some more. And when it goes up and you've made some money, you can take your profit. And then it's going to...
Let me say this too. When you're running with the runners, we're leveraging systems where you won't care what the price of Bitcoin does because we're getting paid in Bitcoin.
Exactly.
You see, when you get paid in something, you know, that's why people don't really realize inflation. They don't really care about the dollar tanking on the markets because they continue to get paid in it. And they just figure, well, if I make more of it or if I spend less, then I'll be fine. You know, well, we're getting paid in Bitcoin. Okay. So we don't care what the price of Bitcoin does, even though we know the price of Bitcoin is going to 100,000, $1 million per coin. Okay. And why would I say $1 million per coin? Why are people saying 100,000, $1 million for gold and silver, whatever have you, the crazy projections that'll make you say, no way. Well, we just showed you Hexader's pyramid. How much paper, how much fiat is out there? And when SHIT hits the fan and people start running for the hills, where do you think they're going to take the value of what they have in paper money? It's going to go into cryptocurrency and gold and silver. We see their play. Before they worked in the shadow, folks, we didn't have communications. We didn't have the information. We couldn't see what was going. We didn't know what to do. But now we see the end game. We know how this debt-based fiat monetary central banking catastrophe is going to end. And we got the ability to be 1 year, 2 year too early to the largest wealth transfer than 1 day too late.
This is, Ricardo, my mind was just blown because I remember when I was doing some Zooms this summer, I would come and look at this dollar to silver ratio. It was in the 2000s this summer.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Now it's at 4. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
It was like 6 months ago, guys. Now it's $4,789 per ounce of silver, but silver is supposedly $27 on the COMEX.
Yeah. Do
you see how badly this is manipulated?
Yeah.
And look at crypto. In 2013, it was 8,563 to 1. Now it's 19.29 to 1. What happens when that gets equal, Ricardo?
Yeah.
It's a game changer.
Yeah.
There's I'm kind of speechless right now. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, you know, this is why it's exciting to us because, folks, you know, some people are looking for get-rich-quick schemes. Some people think it happens overnight, you know, but it's what we're doing, okay, by deciding to choose the less riskier route, but we know that we are in the right assets that are going to build wealth. This is what is gravitating a lot of people to the runners. This is what gets people excited about the information that we share and makes them plug in. Because of that factor that, you know, we're in position for an inevitable event that's getting ready to take place in history. So this is not like we're trying to play the lottery and hit the right number and we're hoping and it makes sense. No, it's a mathematical equation. The present debt-based fiat monetary system is unsustainable. It's unsustainable. We're in uncharted territory. Okay, and when this corrects, when the crash happens, when the reset is in full effect, you want to be in position. You don't want to try to get your ducks in a row at that time. You don't want to try to figure out what to be doing at that time. The time to prepare, the time to get ready is now. And hope that you never have to get ready for all the things that you're preparing for. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst.
So, I want to break one of these down because, people are all about, oh, I want to buy Doge. Guys, Raven Coin is a great blockchain, great project, good tech. I've been buying, not a lot, 20, 50, $100 here, but you don't want to buy now. Let's look at their max. I mean, look at this. They kind of came out and had some big pops. This is why you want to take profit, right? Goes from...
Hey, share your screen, Mike.
Oh, thank you. So this is called Raven Coin. Right now it's the number 93 coin. And again, you don't want to buy it now. It just had a huge pop. But it went from, back in February, 1 cent to 6 cents. And here you could have bought it just in October for 1 cent, 1.1 cent. But anytime Raven Coin dips, I buy some because it's on sale. And then I sold a little today because it went from 1.4 cents to 3.6. It's got 177% gain in 30 days. They have smart contracts. You can settle real estate on here. And it's kind of the same code as Bitcoin, but it's, I can't remember all the details, but it's a very good blockchain led by mostly libertarians and people that want to free the system. So again, let's take a quick look here. This is just what I would look at it. 1inch is a decentralized exchange. Uniswap, same thing, 86%. Great coin. There's Uniswap still, 76%. Great coin. Thorchain is a second layer solution for Ethereum. Great coin. Elrond. Oh my gosh, Aave will not stop. Yeah, Elrond's a great project. Aave is a great project.
Mm-hmm.
Digibyte I love, 29%. Now let's look at what I would buy today. Here's what I would do. Let's flip it. Let's go 24 hours. VeChain, pretty solid project. Reserve rights token I love. Great project. Down 12%. Ren's a great project. This is what, both of these two, right? So if I was going to get off this stream and buy some tokens, I would buy RSR and Ren. They're both great projects. Ren is decentralizing Bitcoin on Ethereum and other cryptos, but they're down now and they're solid projects that I believe in. So I would buy some. Crypto.com coin. I love them. I use them every day. That's where all my spending happens. Yeah. Engine coin, great coin. It's a gamer coin. So, that's what you guys want to do is just have that right mindset of, getting assets that you believe in when they're down. Buy red, sell green. It's that simple. And I'm just telling you what I do. You have to decide what to do with your money. I'm just trying to give you some very basic principles so you don't get caught up in hype, because all the markets want you to buy at the top. That's the sucker's bet. Is you see something and you say, oh, it's going up, I'm going to buy it. That's, how you lose. So what's happening right now is truly revolutionary. And we're going to keep following this, guys, because the silver short, the manipulation of the most important asset in our lives is huge. I've been preaching about this for years. As a history teacher, I know, I want to start bringing more of this knowledge to you guys, but I know what has happened since the crime of 1873. This is how the elite and the wealthy took control, is by taking silver away from being used as money. And then once they got their derivatives and all their fake stock market, they've driven the price down to keep us enslaved. So, we're going to keep following this. But this is a great time to be alive, and what is happening is completely revolutionary. Ricardo, your last thoughts before we sign off.
No, man, I'm, it's very exciting moving forward. We're going to keep watching Reddit and Wall Street Bets. We're going to keep looking out at silver throughout the course of days and weeks. It's been up for the last 2 days, just off of the rumors and discussions from them getting ready to move into, well, not rumors, but move into, SLV and in the silver. And and of course, the runners run it, follow us on our Facebook group, The Runners. Okay. because I talked about it last night, and I'll break it down real quick again, what we got going on. So we got the ability for you to take any a certain value of crypto, let's say $1,000, put it into a particular wallet, okay, and use that $1,000, let's say in Bitcoin, as collateral to take out a loan, okay, no credit check, 1%, okay, and then you can take, so you got your crypto still increasing for you in a wallet, okay, gaining interest, and then you have the loan that you got with no credit check at 1% from your crypto as collateral. You put that into a trading account where we got one of the best professional crypto traders that I know, and we're going to be bringing them on the show here, trading for you in that account. We're not talking about you learning how to trade. You don't need to know pips. You don't need to know candles. You don't need to know relative strength index and you know, all the other Bollinger Bands. You don't need to know none of this stuff, okay? Fibonacci's and retracing, okay? You don't need to know none of that stuff, okay? We got a system where a professional trader is going to trade for you, okay? And you keep 100% of the profits, 100% control of the account, okay? Get in and out anytime you want, okay? And then I've showed you guys on the last live stream that compound interest calculator, daily compound interest. I've told you, if you're thinking of anything less than $1 million in 2021, you're thinking too small. And so that's not just a quote, a statement, right? That's the runners saying we got a system that we can show you based on math, okay? Give and take, but based on math, how we're going to help you make $1 million in 2021 by using daily compound interest, cryptocurrency, leveraging a professional trader, okay? And for those who like to share things with other people, we're getting paid residuals in Bitcoin, okay? So join the runners group, and we're going to be releasing that information. I'm fired up and excited. It just makes sense.
And really it comes down to, again, surrounding yourself with winners, surrounding yourself with people who have a vision and a mission to change the world. And it's really just a mindset shift. So tomorrow night, just so you guys know, you know, we talk a lot about 7K, and it's, you know, a great business we both love. We're going to have a full presentation tomorrow night on the live show. We are launching or kind of celebrating the growth in Canada. So Aldrich, Melvin, I think, are going to jump on. Their team is kind of blowing up in Winnipeg, Canada, because people are locked in. They're looking for solutions. Their jobs have been taken away. The economy has been destroyed. Businesses have been shut down. What are you going to do? Do you have a plan B? So we're just going to, you know, kind of share the big picture of 7K Metals and how it's helped changing lives, how it is just an automated way to take fiat declining dollars and getting real physical assets of the top class, or just bullion, or using the Sound Money wallet, saving on everything you almost spend on. So tomorrow night, we'll be here 9:30 EST once again, just presenting opportunities for people to leverage wealth systems, get businesses, create cash flow. And, you know, this is what we do, guys. And we're changing the world. We're going to keep going. And we love you guys. Have a great weekend. Peace.